welcome to Disorderly Tarot. Today's video is a pick a card reading for June 2023, so next month. I wanted to make this slightly more interesting by starting off with a yes or no question. So if you just think up a question in your head for June, maybe something to do with your life, anything that's kind of a yes or no answered question. You just think that up, and then if you pick a card to answer that question of yours. Okay, if you want, you can pause the video here, otherwise I'm going to start turning over the cards so that you have your answer to your yes or no question for June. So if you picked this card, your answer is there's something better. If you picked this card, your answer is unlikely. If you picked this card, your answer is no. Wow, there's a lot of strong kind of no energy for June. So I'm seeing like this month might include a lot of unexpected things. And if you picked this card, your answer is don't stop. So that one's a little bit different. It's telling you to keep going with whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're manifesting. So those are your answers for June. Instead of using crystals today, I thought I'd use charms for June. Group number 1 has Grace. Group 2, Warrior. Group 3, Beautiful. Group 4, Dream. And Group 5, Enough. So if you'd like to pick a group from here, timestamps are down below in the description box and also in the comments. So if you want to jump ahead to your reading now, go ahead. I will start with group 1, Grace. So if you picked Grace, this is your reading, group 1. So first I'm starting with the Elemental Oracle. And first we have magnetism, attraction. Know your values and needs so you are more aware of what your true attractions are. Do not run with the herd. Notice what or who you attract. Is this your intent? There is always nemesis energy to any endeavour you might take. This should not bother you as it is a natural law. So the element for this card is Earth. So what I'm seeing so far is I'm really interested to see what your romance angel card is, because with magnetism, I feel like you're drawing people in. People are attracted to you at this time. People are engaging with you in June. Let's have a look at your tarot next. So first we have the Chariot, and next we have the 7 of Wands, and lastly we have Strength. So with Strength, I really see a reflection in this magnetism. I think of magnets as being very strong and kind of attracting each other so strongly together. And with Strength, I'm seeing the same thing. I'm seeing that you're really drawing people into you at this time in June. With the Chariot, it can represent a decision that you are caught between, a decision that you have to make. It's usually quite a difficult decision. And with the 7 of Wands, it's very much like you feel everyone's watching you. People may even be turning on you. You may feel like the world's against you. But you have this strength, you have this power to move forward, to move on, and to make this decision. So I don't think these people are going to hold you back, although you may be very aware of them at this time. Again, with the 7 of Wands, usually it has quite a negative connotation, but with this magnetism, I kind of feel like you're drawing people in. You are center of attention. Everyone is looking to you to see what decision you'll make, to see what action you're going to take. Next, we have an Enchanted Blossoms card, and we have Inspiration, Lupine, Goatweed, Leaf Wing. So with that, I'm thinking you will be struck by inspiration in June. I think you will be able to make this decision, whatever it is. At the moment, I'm really feeling like it's something to do with work, some decision to do with work, and I'm kind of seeing your colleagues looking to you as sort of a leader in this strength position. I wonder if you are a leader at work, or someone who makes decisions for other people, or someone who a lot of people look up to and a lot of people admire and respect and look to for advice. That's what I'm seeing. Next, we'll have a look at your romance angel, see if there is any romance for you in June. And we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So this can mean different things depending on whether you are in a relationship or not. If you are in a relationship, I believe your relationship might be taken to new heights. So it can literally mean you're going to get engaged. But it can also just mean you feel more of a connection between the two of you, or one person opens up more to the other person. You just are more committed to each other. If you are single, it may just mean that you start dating people. It may mean that someone you're dating, you want to take that to a new level. You want to start a relationship with them. But I do feel like in your love life, you will be moving forward, you will be progressing. I've also got this feeling, if it's not to do with love life, with engagement, I kind of feel like, I think I said this earlier, like others are engaging with you a lot. Others are looking to you whenever they need advice or support. I think your communication is very good during this time, during June, and you will feel a lot of inspiration. You will feel inspired and have new ideas. Next, I've got a Wisdom of the Oracle card for you. We've got By the Book. Perhaps the reason others look up to you is because you tend to do things by the book. And I almost see this as maybe that's why you're afraid of change. You're afraid of kind of these inspiration, these ideas that are coming to you. And maybe those are the decisions that you have to make between kind of abiding by the rules and doing everything in the traditional way, the way that you've done it before, or going ahead with these new ideas that you're having and venturing out into something different. Again, I'm seeing this very much as a work-related thing, but it could be to do with your love life or your family and friends, your relationships. Otherwise, could even be to do with like a new house move or something like that, and just deciding whether you want to go with kind of the idea you've always had in your head, or whether you want to go with something new, something that has suddenly come to you, something that you've been thinking about very recently and you hadn't considered before. That's what I'm seeing. Next, we've got a couple of Moonology cards. So first we have Communication is Key, New Moon in Gemini. I just spoke about communication. Yeah, I really feel like you are very good at communicating this month. Like, it's the key to your success. It's going to be how you move forward, but and how you make this decision with the Chariot. You are having a very inspired month. It's making me think of kind of air energy. If we look at the air signs like Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, I think you've got all of these new ideas, new inspiration, and you need to communicate those with others so that they're less confused. I think maybe others around you may be a little bit confused, may not be able to understand your recent actions because they don't follow the traditions that you've kind of upheld previously. So they need you to communicate with them. They need you to be honest with them. It may even be someone you're in a relationship with for you to be able to like truly engage and to reach a new level of commitment. You need to communicate thoroughly with them and clearly. And next we have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. So if there are any dreams that you've kind of been putting off, but you've got ideas for and you want to go ahead with, I think this is a sign that you will be successful in them, and it's worth pursuing them. Don't be afraid to pursue your dreams. We never know what's coming next. We never know when lightning will strike, like when inspiration will strike, when we have an idea that will lead us for the rest of our lives, when we make a move into something new that we were always meant to do, that we were always meant to follow, a new pursuit that was kind of meant for us. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing some idea that you have, some idea that seems really scary and maybe even impossible to achieve, but it's really not. You have strength. You are a strong person. People do look up to you, and you just need to communicate clearly with others. And if you do, you will be able to follow that dream. You will be able to pursue it, and you will make success out of it. I'm thinking with this charm that you chose, Grace, everyone kind of sees you as someone who is able to do everything with grace and is able to achieve anything you set your mind to, and it kind of looks effortless. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, effortless. Like it really wasn't that difficult to do when other people would be stressing over it, or other people would kind of look tired from it or look like a mess after doing what you've done. You're able to do it and just make it look effortless. You're able to, even if it is stressful and worrying for you, you kind of always seem unfazed by it. And that's how you will be in this pursuit too. It really will work out, and it's worth following. So that's what I've got for you for June, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please hit the like button down below, and also leave me a comment if you want to tell me if any of this kind of resonated with you, or if any of this came true. I'd love to hear it. Subscribe to Disorderly Tarot to see more pick a card readings in the future. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hi, Group 2. So if you picked Warrior, this is your reading for June. I'm going to start with an Elemental Oracle card. So we have Fire, Ignition. Live your passion. Allow your spirit to drive you forward. Don't overthink the situation. Now is the time to innovate and take action. Be a lighthouse for others, or find yourself a mentor. So what I'm seeing so far is real passion. Like you have a drive, you have ambition, you will have success, you are confident, you are strong, powerful, fearless. That's what I'm seeing for you. Next, I'm going to have a look at your tarot. So first we have the Page of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Cups, and then the Five of Wands. So with the Page of Pentacles, I see someone who's eager to start a new job, start a new venture, start something new. You're kind of sick of the old, you're tired of it, and you're eager and willing to try anything new that comes in your direction. This is someone who isn't really afraid of change and is looking forward to it. Next, with the Ace of Cups, I think in June you will be quite comfortable in expressing your emotions. I think you will feel like you have a lot of love to share. It's kind of, it always represents that a cup is full, that your cup is full, and that you feel kind of happy and complete. The contradiction we have here is the Five of Wands. There we can talk about kind of squabbles or arguments between people. It's a very different kind of emotion to the Ace of Cups. So I'm wondering if in one part of your life you feel complete, you feel like there's a lot of success there, you feel love, and then in another part of your life or with different people you are having some kind of disputes or disalignments. The Five of Wands can also talk about everyone kind of thinking they know best and then falling out because of it. It can also represent a time where you're finding it difficult to work well with others. I'm actually seeing so far a lot to do with work in June. The previous group had a lot to do with work as well, and I think maybe June really is a work-heavy month. But yes, I believe there will be people that you may fall out with or at least disagree with during June. However, I do not think it affects your life too much, as we have the Ace of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, both of which are very positive, happy cards. So I do think you feel fairly fulfilled and complete and kind of excited, which we see too with passion and fire. However, with ignition, I also think perhaps you get riled up quite easily. So maybe when people disagree with you or they fight their own causes, maybe you are quite quick to anger, and maybe that's something you need to work on in June. Next, I have an Enchanted Blossoms card for you, and we have Tranquility, Stone Crop Apollo. So that's peace. I think that's what you need this month. I think what you need in June is a bit of peace. You need to be okay with kind of just letting the dust settle after an argument, or you need to be okay with backing down when someone's really disagreeing with you. And I believe that's what you'll learn in June. Like, you are very much a warrior. You are someone who fights for what you believe is right, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, you don't want to let it take over your life. You don't want to be continually upset and annoyed by other people and it always kind of grating on you, or there is noise in the background. So you need to find peace in this month. And I think that is what you'll be able to achieve. Next, we have a Romance Angel card, and we have Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So I think your love life is positive. I think you are attracting someone. If you're already in a relationship, this could just mean that whoever you're with is just completely enamored by you in June. And if you're single, perhaps there is someone new on the horizon who is beginning to feel attracted to you. Next, we have a Wisdom of the Oracle card, and we have Imagine. This is a very dreamy card. Perhaps you are imagining what things may be like with this other person, this person who is attracted to you. Perhaps you're starting to think, oh, is that a road like you want to go down? Is that someone that you want to date? Is that someone that you could have potential with in the future? I think that may be playing on your mind in this month. I also feel like you may be just imagining your potential in the future, because you do seem very eager for a fresh start, a new job or a new venture or a new hobby, and you're very much imagining it, dreaming about it, thinking about it 24/7. And I don't think you're yet at the stage where you've actually put anything into action, where you've actually found the right job or started working on something new. But I do think you're heading towards that in June and working out exactly what you want to get into, what you want to start up. And lastly, we have a couple of Moonology cards. So we have It's Time to Take Action, New Moon in Aries. Aries, yeah, I'm seeing you as very fiery. Someone who really is a warrior, who's strong and eager. With It's Time to Take Action, it's just a boost that it's time to stop just imagining kind of where you could be, what your life could be like, what you could be doing, who you could be with, and it's time to just put things into action. It's time to actually move forward with your ideas and fulfill them, make them come true. And next we have Step Out of Your Comfort Zone, North Node. So that echoes what I was just saying. You need to not be afraid to do something different. And I do believe you've got this eagerness, you've got this willingness to do something different. But this is just confirmation that there's nothing to be scared of. Nothing's going to go wrong from taking a leap of faith or making a fresh start, and it is worth it for you. It is worth pursuing. It's worth doing something new and feeling confident in yourself that you can achieve something new and something different. You really are a warrior. You're a fighter. You're someone strong and passionate and powerful, and I believe in you. And that's kind of reflected in these cards too. You have what it takes to do something different, to make something of yourself. So in June, I believe that's the time that you can actually take action. You can actually make a difference. You can make a fresh start if you need to. So that's all I've got for you, Group 2. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please leave a like down below, and also feel free to comment if any of this felt like something you have been thinking about recently, or if any of this does come true. I'd love to hear it all. Subscribe to Disorderly Tarot if you want to see more of my pick a card readings in the future. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hi, Group 3. So if you picked Beautiful, this is your reading. I'm just going to pop that up there. This reading is for June. So first we're going to start with an Elemental Oracle card, and we have Rock, Endurance. Look for the groundedness in a chaotic situation. Be patient. Slow and steady is the way to success. The obstacle is sometimes the way through. Do not be discouraged by slow progression, as long as progression is being made. The element is Earth for this card. Here I kind of see that in June you're working towards something, but it's seeming very slow. It's seeming like you're never going to get there, and you've been working on something for a very long time and you just want to achieve it already, but it's taking a lot of work, it's taking a lot of effort to get there, and you're not sure if you can kind of last much longer the way things are. However, this is telling you that it's going to be worth it. It's worth planting your seeds. It's worth waiting for them to grow, because eventually you'll be left with this incredible, fruits from your labor. Next, we have some tarot cards for you for June. So first we have the Moon. And next we have the Knight of Wands. And lastly, we have the Tower. I haven't actually seen the Tower in such a long time, but I love that card. It's all about big change, big destruction, big renewal. The Moon is very much uncertainty, and I can completely understand that with this endurance. Let's look for an example. Okay, making a YouTube channel. You start out and you're trying to gain subscribers, you're trying to gain views, you're trying to get people interested in what you're creating, you're trying to get people watching you. And it's very difficult at the start. It feels like you are watching other people's videos, you are reaching out to different people who are starting up just like you, to try and get people to engage, to try and get people to watch what you're creating, especially if you wanted to make YouTube into a business. You want to grow your audience, and it can seem very slow at first. It can seem like you're putting a lot of work in, a lot of effort in, and not getting many results for what you're putting in. But it is a slow and long process for most people, and it takes a while to build up that subscriber count or the amount of views on your videos. It's not something that's just like a quick win, a quick success. It takes time. And with the Moon, we have uncertainty. So we have this worry and doubt and feeling that we may be doing something kind of pointless. If we go back to that example of creating a YouTube channel, it's the idea that even though you're putting in all this effort to make creative, new, interesting content, not enough people are still watching, and you've posted 5 videos and you've still only got like 20 subscribers or 25 subscribers, and that is upsetting you because you want to make this into a business, you want to grow your audience, and you know that's not enough. And it's that uncertainty that makes you feel like, what if I'm not good enough? What if I can never become a famous YouTuber? Or whatever it is that you've set your goal out to be. I just gave the example of a YouTube channel because I thought that would be easy to understand. But with the Knight of Wands, it's someone who is ready for a new adventure, ready to kind of do whatever it takes to make something work. And I think you do have this kind of strong endurance within you. You will not be broken down easily. You will not let your dreams go easily because you're willing to fight for them. And it's good that you've got that fight in you, because even though there are times of uncertainty, and I think in June you do have moments where you kind of doubt yourself, there is this big change coming. There is this big renewal. And I think it will be beautiful. I think it will be just what you need to succeed. So next we have an Enchanted Blossoms card, and we have Love. Lilac Veined Jay. I'm so mushy, I love love, so oh. I think whether it's romantic love or just love for friends or family, you will be surrounded by people who love you in June. You will have people who want the best for you too, and who want you to do well, and who want you to succeed, and who believe in you. I think a lot of people have faith in you and believe in you, and you do too most of the time, but there are times where you're like, what if I'm not good enough? What if I can't really do everything that I'm setting out to achieve? But this is reinforcing the fact that you are capable. You can do whatever you want. All you need to do is try and keep working towards it, keep enduring, and you will get there. Next, we have a romance angel. We have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So perhaps there is someone in your life who you have feelings for, and you haven't really expressed your feelings to them yet. This is an indication that it's a good idea to express your feelings. Sorry, I'm just going to move around these cards a little bit while I'm talking. I believe that this person has kind of been waiting for a heads up from you to say you are into them. You do want something with them. So all you need to do is be clear, communicate to that other person, express your love. When you really do love someone, you can show them that you love them, and that'll make them feel so much better, and everything will be clear between the two of you, and you can be happy. And I think in June you will have a beautiful month. You will be happy. There may be times where you have a little bit of uncertainty, but I definitely see your love life is very strong. I do think you found someone amazing, whether it's like a friendship or a relationship or even a family member. I think there's someone who you really connect with on a soul level, and you need to express your love to them in June. Next we have Wisdom of the Oracle card, and we have TikTok. So I think sometimes you feel like time is running out. With this endurance, again, I think you have been going at something, some sort of goal. It may be work related, it might be hobby related, it might even be a relationship, but there's something you've been working toward for a long time, and at times you can kind of feel like time is running out. Like, why is it taking so long? Why have you not achieved all you wanted to achieve in this time? But the truth is, time is not running out. This is just a fear, this is an anxiety that you need to push aside. You need to move forward from it, because you are a strong person, and you are independent, and you are headed towards success. There is something new coming your way, and really everything you've been working towards is going to pay off. And next we have a couple of Moonology cards. So we have Look at the Bigger Picture, Full Moon in Sagittarius. So perhaps sometimes you can forget to look at the bigger picture. Perhaps sometimes you get stuck not in depression, but just in sadness that you're not moving forward. Sometimes it can feel like you're on like an even keel. You're in the same place as you were before, even though you've done loads more work. You still haven't kind of moved forward. But the truth is you are slowly moving forward. You just haven't realised it. You haven't taken a step back and looked at the bigger picture. This is encouraging you to do so. I also just want to note that there's a lot of fire energy that I'm seeing here. So maybe there is someone who has a fire sign in your life, or maybe you have a fire sign. That is Leo, Aries and Sagittarius. And next we have confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. There's another Leo. Yeah, there's definitely a strong fire sign energy there. So all you need to do is to be confident. As I said, these anxieties, these worries that you were having about time running out, about doing so much and not getting rewarded for it, they are illusions, they are misconceptions. You are confident enough to do well, to succeed, and you just need to keep going. Stick at whatever you're doing, because you are hardworking and you are strong and you are good at whatever you do, and you will make something beautiful of it. So just keep working at it in June. And that is your message. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please leave a like down below if you did, and also feel free to comment, because I'd love to hear if any of this kind of struck a chord with you. You can also subscribe to Disorderly Tarot if you want to see more of my pick a card readings in the future. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye. Hi group 4. So if you picked Dream, this is your reading for June. I'm just going to pop that up there for you. And we're going to start off with the Elemental Oracle. So we have electricity, wildness. Embrace your wildness. Break free of your self-imposed constraints. Take immediate action. There is no need for further consideration of your problem. You contain the spark of the divine, so there is no reason to feel lesser. Confront the issue head on. So far we've had a lot of energy for June that's very much telling people to just express themselves and to not be afraid of change, to not be afraid to do whatever they've been dreaming of. And again, I see that with this card, electricity. It's very much like being proud of the weirdness and wildness about you and embracing it. I just wanted to note that the element for this card is fire as well. So next we'll have a look at your tarot. First we have the 4 of Cups, followed by the 5 of Cups, and lastly the 8 of Pentacles. So the 8 of Pentacles talks about diligence and putting your best self into your work, putting passion into your work, doing the best job that you can possibly do. That's what you see with 8 of Pentacles, kind of taking pride in your own work and making sure you're satisfied. It's funny because it's very much the opposite to the 4 of Cups, which talks about someone who is very dissatisfied with where they are in life. Someone who feels like they haven't accomplished all that they would have liked to by this point. And with the 5 of Cups, again, we have deep sadness and pessimism. And I love this card because it's pictured so well. But if you have a look, she's looking down at these spilled cups, these 3 spilled cups, and it's kind of like, oh my goodness, oh, what a waste, what a loss. And she's upset over that, but she's not noticed that she's got 2 full cups behind her on the table. 2 cups of possibility that she's completely ignored. They've gone unnoticed, and she is so focused on her losses that she can't even see what she still has, what she still holds. With these cards, I'm seeing a lot of negativity. I think perhaps during June, there's a lot of upset, a lot of things that kind of have not gone the way you wanted them to go. And I wonder if that's when it's just like, enough is enough. And I think you get to this point where you dream big and you're just like, you know what? Stuff what anyone else thinks. I have this great ambition, these great dreams. I believe in myself. I have gifts. I have talents. I have things that I can offer others, things that I can offer the world. And that is when you become more satisfied and you start putting in more effort and you start putting in a lot of attention to work that you enjoy. And things start picking up. So I think things are beginning to pick up by the end of June, but at the beginning there is a lot of sadness and discomfort. Next we have an Enchanted Blossoms card, and we have Sincerity, Chervil, Lesser, Purple, Emperor. So with Sincerity, again, it's being honest with yourself that you have this wildness about you. You have these talents to share with the world. You need to be honest with yourself. When you're feeling down, when you're feeling negative and pessimistic, you need to look for the good in your life. You need to look for what you do have. For example, you could buy a lottery ticket and find out you didn't win anything. And you could get really, really down about the fact that you didn't win anything and you lost the money that you spent on the lottery ticket. Or you could be like, oh, that's a shame I didn't win anything, and then look at your bank account and realise you've got enough money for food, you've got enough money for a few little treats during the month, you've got enough money to be happy, and you don't need to win the lottery to be happy. It's noticing what gifts you already have. And I think that will be the main message for June. Next we have a Romance Angel, and we have Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So there may be someone that you're feeling chemistry with, you're attracted to, you're feeling there's something pulling you towards this other person, and I think that will be something that comes your way in June, and perhaps that even lifts your spirits when you're feeling down and gets you hard at work again. If you are having these feelings, you've got to be sincere with yourself too, and look at them for what they are and decide if you want to act on them or not. Next we have a Wisdom of the Oracle card, and we have Higher Power. So this makes me think there is a higher power at work here. This is not all on you. If you were feeling sad before and then you've gone to working on yourself, you've gone to feeling satisfied, I think this kind of mess of emotions that you seem to go through in June, I believe it may be down to something else. So it could even be down to perhaps you're on some medication which are causing some side effects with your emotions, or a hormone imbalance, not even medication related. I've got a feeling there is some other power at work, or it could even be other influences. So it could be other people who might be getting you down at first, and you need to kind of rise above them and not listen to them and work on yourself and put yourself first. There is something else going on here. It could even be related to the romance. So perhaps the person that you're feeling chemistry for, perhaps there is someone who is trying to draw you two together, or perhaps it is meant to be. Perhaps they are your soulmate, and when it is the right time, you will find each other and you will be together. And next we have a couple of Moonology cards. So first we have Emotions Are Running High, Supermoon. So in June, I think you will be full of emotions. I mean, I do see you kind of very sad at the beginning of the month. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think you will have some struggles to start off with, but things are ending on a positive note. So I do think your emotions may feel like they're kind of all over the place, and perhaps in July you'll have more of a kind of restful month where you kind of recuperate from this month that's a bit all over the place. And then we have You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo. That's funny because I was actually getting Virgo vibes from this Eight of Pentacles what was it, Pentacles? Yeah, Eight of Pentacles up here, because it's very much, it talks about kind of attention to detail, being very careful with things and gaining satisfaction from them. And that's really what I see with Virgo, someone who's very detail oriented. But again, this is saying you are good enough. You are a dream. You are a treasure. And don't let anyone else make you feel less than good enough. You can create happiness for yourself if you want to. You need to see past the disappointments or anything that makes you sad, because there really is better out there for you, and your life will get better. You will get to a happy place in the not too distant future. So you just have to keep on working, keep on dreaming, keep on heading towards whatever it is that you want from life. Don't give up. You are good enough. So I hope you enjoyed watching. That's your reading. If you liked it, please leave a like down below and also a comment. I'd love to hear whatever kind of touched you or anything that made sense to you during this reading. Subscribe to Disorderly Tarot if you want to see more of my pick a card readings in the future. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye. Hi Group 5, so if you picked enough, this is your reading for June. I'm just going to pop that up there for your reading. And we're going to start with an Elemental Oracle card. So we have Desert, Solitariness. I can never say that word, but there you go. There is a difference between being alone or solitary and being lonely. Feeling confident to spend time alone is powerful. You do not need so much. Working on developing simplicity. There is more to life than accumulating objects. You can be resilient and adapt to different circumstances. So I believe in June, you may feel like you've had enough of everyone. You're going to go alone. I think you're going to spend time by yourself working out what it is you want and how you want to move forward. And there's nothing to be ashamed of in just needing some time for yourself. You don't need to be around people 24/7, and it's not healthy to be around others 24/7. You need some time to yourself to kind of recuperate, adjust, work out exactly what you want, and make sure that you are feeling happy in yourself. Got some tarot cards for you, so we're just going to have a look at those. First, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, she's one of my favourites. She's just such a strong, independent young woman. And then we have the Hierophant. And lastly, we have the Hanged Man. Wow. So we've got two major arcana in the Hanged Man and the Hierophant, and we've also got a Queen. This is a strong month for you. This is a change. We have lots of solitary, independent vibes with the Hanged Man. It's a time for a break. It's a time to think about what you need. It's a time to move away from everything else and meditate, figure out what it is you want. It's reflected again in the Hierophant, which can be to do with teaching, but also can be to do with meditation. You may feel that you just need some time to sit back and restructure your life, work out what it is that makes you happy, what it is that you want from life, who is healthy for you relationship-wise, friendship-wise, and who is not. Who do you need out of your life? It's the time that you really do step back from everything else, and I think that's what you're doing in June. You are this Queen of Pentacles. You are someone who is pretty sure of yourself, pretty confident, very successful. You are comfortable in your life, and you are trying to figure out what extra little pleasures and treasures you could have, what extra little gifts would make your life perfect. And I know there is no such thing as perfect, but we all strive for perfection. It's an ideal that we'll never be able to quite reach, but we're heading for that direction. So I do think you are very strong, you are stable, you are comfortable with how you are in yourself, but you've had enough of some other people who perhaps weren't so healthy for you, perhaps got you down at times, and you're taking this month to work out what you want. Next we have an Enchanted Blossoms card, and we have Dignity, Dahlia Orion. If you're afraid of what people may think of you when you step back from them in the month of June and you just take some time out for yourself, you don't need to be, because you are handling it with dignity. People are looking to you and thinking, wow, I wish I had it as together as they do. I wish I could feel that comfortable in myself. You really are a role model to others, and you handle things with self-respect and dignity, and people notice that. Next we have a romance angel, children. Your love life is being affected by children. So that's going to be very individual to you. It may not even apply to all of you. But with that, I'm thinking either you've been blessed with a child, or you already have children who are having an impact on your life, particularly in this month. Or there's kind of a youthfulness that you feel in this month. You feel like young and free, and it's because you've taken this time out for yourself and to focus on whatever it is that makes you happy. And I think you'll get this feeling in June where you kind of think, oh my goodness, why didn't I do this way earlier? Because it's made me feel so good. This is a great month for you. Next we have a Wisdom of the Oracle card. We have building blocks. So these are your building blocks. This time that you're taking away in solitude, you're figuring out how to fit everything together so that you can be happy. You're figuring out what blocks you need, what blocks you can discard, and how to fit them together so that you have a balanced lifestyle, so that you feel complete, so that you feel happy. I think of June is quite a slow month for you, but it's like you're really working out the last few puzzle pieces of your life. You're working out what it is that would make you feel like you are complete. And I think you will succeed in this month. And then we've got some Moonology cards. We have Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, Full Moon in Leo. I like that. So you're proud. You are proud of your accomplishments. You've done well. You are successful. You are stable. But this is telling you not to be too proud of yourself, not to boast, not to, I want to say have a God complex, but basically think you are incredible, because maybe you do focus on yourself too much at times, and you will be doing that more in this month. I definitely see that. I see you taking a break, but maybe you've already found this issue and that's why you're trying to take this break and work out what's going wrong. And maybe there were morals you lived by earlier in your life and you found you're kind of slipping on those recently, and that's why you're taking this month out to reconsider, to readjust, to work out how to get back to those morals that you previously had. And next we have adjustments are required, third quarter moon. So that's very similar to what I was just saying. There are things in your life that aren't quite right. So even though you're stable, you're secure, you're successful, there are other things in your life that are kind of out of balance. And the reason you take this month out is to balance those things, to figure out what adjustments you need to make to be your best self, and to also make your loved ones happy, because you don't want to be the only one that's happy. You also want to make others around you happy. And so you're taking this month out just to figure out how you can work on yourself to achieve the best possible outcomes while you maintain your dignity. I do think you will be successful in doing so. So it is worth taking this month out to work out exactly what you want. And even if it means taking some time off work or just spending your weekends alone and kind of planning rather than out with friends and family or maintaining your usual busy lifestyle, I think it's time to just take a break, take a rest, and be in your head for a bit. Work out what you need to change about your life so that you can achieve your best potential. I hope that makes sense. So that's all I've got for you, Group 5. I really hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please leave a like down below. Also comment if you want to tell me if any of this resonates or any of this kind of made sense to you today. I'd love to hear it. Subscribe to Disorderly Tarot if you want to see more of my pick a card readings in the future. I hope you have the best day. Thank you for watching. Bye.